Hey folks, it's Colton Johnson with Empty Popcorn Bucket Productions, and today we have something special. We're finally going to dive into my top favorite movies of all time. These are some of my favorite movies that have shaped my life in my childhood and are the reason why I love movies in general. Before I jump into this list, one of the first things that I have to specify is there's a difference between favorites and the best. So today, we're going to dive into my favorites. And then maybe in another video, we'll go into my best. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and I hope you enjoy. So, my first thing on the list, number 10, is Disney's Peter Pan. I've always loved this movie. It's a classic and honestly one of my favorite Disney movies. It just makes me feel like a kid at heart again. And it's just one of those stories that I will forever cherish. When I was a kid, I'd watch this movie so much that I broke the DVD. And I'm telling the truth. I love this movie and it's just definitely one of my favorites. The next on my list is The Fabelmans. It's a newer entry into my favorites list, but it definitely is warranted that. It came out last year, and it's the autobiographical film about Steven Spielberg. It's just one of those feel-good movies that, as I'm watching it, it makes me relate. Not saying that I want to be a film director, which honestly would be a blast, but we all have dreams, and to be able to make those dreams come true, we have to put in that work, and it was cool to see that story firsthand. The next on my list is one that I actually honestly would consider one of the best films of all time, but it is definitely one of my favorites. It is Shank Redemption, and it's one of those movies that has such a powerful story, and it just very much resonates with me. I remember watching it in high school, and it just was such a strong movie, and it has one of the most satisfying endings in cinematic history. The next on my list, number 7, is Shrek. You know what? Shrek is one of those movies that if you want to have a good time, you turn it on. Not only is it just such a great animated film, it is honestly a cultural phenomenon. But if you want to hear more, go check out my video on it. It's honestly one of the most popular videos on my channel. Number 6, The Truman Show. It's one of those movies that it felt like I got a Coke bottle hit in my head at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I say that lightly, in a good way. It's one of those movies that just keep you thinking and thinking and thinking and questioning reality. And I loved it. Number 5, Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's no words to say besides this movie is a masterpiece. I won't dive deep because I'm short on time, but go check out my video on it. It's phenomenal and deserved all the acclamations and awards that it received. Number 4, Ratouille. It's one of those movies that I can just turn on whenever I am just having one of those days, and it just puts a smile on my face. And it really makes that point of you can do anything. I mean, in the movie, anyone can cook. If you have a dream, you can do it. And that movie really puts that to truth. Number 3, Empire Strikes Back. Not only is it one of the best films of all time, it is definitely the top tier Star Wars film. And a lot of people's go-to favorites. It has a lot of conflict, a lot of story, has Yoda beating R2 with a stick. May I go on? I'm surprised I haven't made my own video on this, and I honestly should coming up in the next year. Number 2, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This movie was my first #1 favorite movie of all time. And it's weird to say that because this movie is wacky and crazy and kind of scary. But I just love it. And if you want to know more about that, I have a video on my channel just for it. So go check it out, and I'll be doing a review for Wonka coming soon. Now, this is the moment you're waiting for. Back to the Future, my #1 favorite movie of all time. Not only is it my favorite movie of all time, it is the best movie of all time. There is just so much that movie that makes it perfect. And I just don't have words. But like a few of the other films, obviously, if I have a film of Willy Wonka, a video of Willy Wonka, I have a video of Back to the Future. Go check it out now. That's all, folks. Thanks all for watching this video. I just wanted to share that I love talking about movies. It's the reason why I have this channel. Movies are just one of my biggest passions, and it's one of my favorite things to do, to share my thoughts, my feelings, and impressions of all these movies. To support the channel, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment if you like, but one of the biggest things that will help me out is sharing this video. I made this video mainly for my content creation class. So if you're part of that class, just shout out to you all. I've loved being part of that class, and I hope that the skills that I learned, I can apply it to more of my YouTube videos. But thank you for watching. Like I mentioned previously, I'm going to be making a video on Wonka when I do see it. And there might be a few other movies that I might make videos of now that school's going to be out, and I might have a few times before my baby's due in January. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!